Alright you guys, Capital BMX. This is part 2 of that crupi chainring. In case this is your first tune in, the last video shows what condition it was in when I pulled it out of the box after buying it from somebody on the internet. I have black overspray on the part. I tried to get it off with paint thinner. It wouldn't remove itself. In between the teeth, they have black grease and grime from years of wear. Of course you can't see it. And there's also black spray paint in between these teeth. All that has to come out because when we anodize this part, there can be no grease on it whatsoever. So the best deal here is just grab an old spent Dremel bit, one that's all beat up already. That way you're not actually taking any metal off of this and shaping teeth any differently. You're just trying to get that spray paint and that grease and grime off. If you don't have spray paint, you can use Simple Green and just scrub it with a brush, but I have paint, so now I have to do this. I'm not going to sit here and make you watch all this, so I'm going to finish that up and then I'll come back to the camera here. I'm going to go through, I'll do that to every single tooth, get it all nice and clean, and then I'll also go around and I'll get all the grooves. Those all have black speckled paint in them, and it all has to come out. So everything that's recessed has to be perfectly clean and silver. It's going to be anodized 2 times, once silver, then I'm going to sand the face and the back down and then re-anodize it whatever color I feel. So, tune in. Alright, so we managed to get teeth clean inside. The next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to get all that out. And just as a quick explanation as to why we do that, the disc will be silver, and I'm just going to say purple. So all the dots, I want silver, I want the logos silver, I want the recession silver, and I want the teeth silver. And if you do not do it correctly, it will not look perfect. And this will look perfect show quality when I'm finished. So just go with me here. I'm going to go through next, and I'm going to remove all the junk out of that line all the way around. Same thing with the Dremel and a worn out bit. I'll do the same thing in there. I'll get all that off of there and I'll get it all back down to a clean aluminum finish. I'm not so much worried about the face, and I'm not so much worried about the back at this very moment. I am concerned about that recession though. I'll have to clean that out as well. Anything that is recessed is going to be anodized silver. So I do have to run over the top of this disc with like a 180 grit sandpaper, and on the back side as well, just to make sure any spots like that that are dinged in a little bit, I have to make sure that I get those flat. Otherwise the silver will fill that in thinking it's a spot like this. So you do have to go over it and get it at least level, flat, and clean. So you'll have to anodize this and sand this disc twice. Alright, follow along here and I'll show you. I'm going to go ahead and clean these things up and I'll be right back. Alright, I'll get you guys in on this real quick, so you can see how I'm running this. Right on. And that gives you real clean recessions, and really it shows all the imperfections, all the little nicks. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and run these out now. Yay! That's gonna cost $3 and bits to fix that. Pause you. All right, we got these recessions sanded out, the lettering, all the holes. Looks like I better do that real quick. Alright, I can't stress enough, when you see me running this Dremel and I'm hitting the part and, you know, tinging it, scratching it, and I know where I can scratch it and where I can't, because this is a multi-stage step process. I know what I can do and what I can't from experience. So that's why certain things happen like this. Another thing is, all that, things like that, it's all gonna go away. Like that little dip right there. So I'm also gonna go through and polish all these cracks out next. So when I'm running that Dremel wheel, it cuts like a chainsaw in one direction. So if you have the Dremel running in one direction going this way against a lip, it's gonna blend out all your edges and round everything out. But if the Dremel wheel's spinning this way and you're going this way around edges, you're not rounding your edges out. So there's a lot of little things that you might not notice. You think, oh, this guy is just going nuts on that part, taking all the metal off. I actually, there's a process to this, so stand by. I'm gonna do a couple things here. All right, we're gonna polish this out. So boom, it's a little Dremel felt tip head. You can buy these things, a pack like that, $20 on Amazon. I'm not sponsored because nobody watches my videos, but hopefully one day that'll change. So look, you put that on there, ready to go. Bit of Mother's Mag polish. Where are my glasses at? Dude, you have to wear safety glasses when you're doing this. It burns your eyes so bad when it gets in there. It's unbelievable. I'm gonna have to find my glasses, hold on. Cool, I got my glasses. You won't see me wearing very much protective gear, but man, I'll tell you, glasses are one thing that you just gotta do. I've had some stuff. See that? I guess I better explain this, but you always use a brand new clean microfiber cloth when you're doing this. Don't be stupid. It's just a cost of business at that point. Normally I wouldn't do all this right now. I'd wait until I was finished, but I just want to show you what we're doing here. That way I can pause the video. That's the desired effect. I'll be back. I'm going to run a couple more.